Hi everyone, welcome back to Eddie's World. Do any of you store your Akedo warriors like this? Just piled up in a box, possibly getting damaged and taking forever to find your favorite character? In this video, we are going to show you our solution to this problem using nothing more than some cardboard, elastic string, a hot glue gun, and some paint. It was pretty easy and I'm really happy with the results. So without further ado, let's get it started. I just had some mailing boxes lying around, so that's the type of cardboard I'm using for this project. So I set up my compass and I am going to lay out and cut out 5 circles with a 6-inch diameter. Next, I'm cutting a whole bunch of 2.5-inch strips. Then you want to divide the circles into 8 parts with a dark pencil. And while you're doing that, start heating up the hot glue gun. Now you want to cut one of your 2.5-inch strips to 5 3/4 inches and glue it down to one of the circles. Next, square up the perpendicular lines up to the piece we just glued on and glue a piece onto that. Then you want to go around the circle and glue a piece to every line. Then glue a top on and you have your first tier. And I'm just repeating the process on the top of the first tier to make the second tier. And finally, I have a completed tier that I'm just gluing to the top of that to complete the stack. After that, and this part is really important to strengthen the cardboard and prevent it from peeling, you want to glue all the edges with at least 2 coats of hot glue. This is what it should look like at this point, guys. Next, we will apply a coat of primer. Let that dry and then paint it whatever color you want your case to be. I chose black because I had a gallon of this stuff lying around and it's a really durable paint that dries super glossy. Next, you need to cut 4 more circles, but these circles need to be bigger than the first ones so they stick out a little. I cut mine at 6 1/4 inches. Glue 2 pieces together to make them really strong. Then glue those to the top and the bottom of your stack. Next, cut your elastic string into 24 equal pieces long enough to stretch from the top center to the bottom center. And using a Sharpie, mark 3 lines per cell, centered as best you can. After you have connected the lines, glue one end of the string to each line. After I finished gluing the strings, I went back and added more glue to make sure they were really stuck on. Next, flip this bad boy over and start gluing the strings to the bottom. This part is a lot harder because you need to pull on the strings to make sure there's no slack, and you need to hold it while the hot glue cools, otherwise the strings would just slip out of the glue. This was the hardest part for me because halfway through this my fingers started cramping up really bad, but I managed to complete it, and here is what it looks like. Next, I put some rubber bands on it to hold the string close to the middle circles so that I could put a couple coats of glue around them to hold the string in place. This part is really important because it basically is making each cell have its own bars of string. Once I was done with that, I cut out 2 more 6-inch circles for the top and bottom. I put a string through the top to act as a handle and I glued them on. And go back and check that you glued all the edges of the cardboard so that no holes are exposed, because it makes it easier to paint. Here I'm just finishing painting the top and the exposed glue, and I didn't prime the top because at this point I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to finish the video in time or not. This paint is awesome, but it takes a really long time to dry, so while we're waiting, let's feed my fish. And believe it or not, all these guppies came from 2 guppies that we bought for one of our videos a while ago. And we'll also water our pitcher plant that is just loving the aquarium water. And now that the paint is dry, it came out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. The warriors slipped right in. And they come out pretty easily too. So now let's load it up with our warriors and we'll run some tests on it. Okay, I'd say it did its job. Maybe I'll give the next one a better handle and maybe increase its capacity. But besides that, I think it was a good first attempt at a better way to store your Akedo warriors. What do you guys think about it? And how do you store your favorite warriors? Let us know in the comment section. We'd love to hear about it. If you liked the video, then please consider subscribing and leaving a like, as it really helps us bring more videos to you guys. And thank you so much if you have already done that. We appreciate all the support, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.